You know what? As people are trickling in, I say we kick off and get started. I'm going to put up the most loveliest of graphics of all time so everyone can see. Yay! So awesome. Happy Monday, Jamie.
Happy Monday.
Thank you. So Jamie has a Happy Monday shirt. I do not. So apparently I'm going to be in the running to get one, but what I do have is a glitter microphone.
So jealous.
And yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's handcrafted from the finest of materials that I found on Amazon for arts and crafts. So maybe we'll do a t-shirt microphone swap, and that'll be a lovely way to kick off a Happy Monday. That's for sure. Welcome everyone. I know there's people still joining. I am so excited. This is our launch party for the Happy Monday Club. The first, I'll call it official session, starts next week on November 29th. And I think maybe it's helpful for people to know how we got here. It's a bit of a story. So my background, I'm Kristen Hancock, as you can see. I'm with ICology. Jamie is with Workshop. We have been like industry friends now for a few months and trying to figure out some cool ways to work together. And I truly did, I think I put this in our LinkedIn post, send Jamie an email one day and said, I have the best idea ever. You must call me. We have to talk about this. It's such a great idea. So that is really how this got put together. Jamie, I'll let you go through maybe some of the background on Workshop as a company, but also the Happy Monday Club.
Sure. So the Happy Monday Club kind of came out of us kind of getting Workshop started and off the ground. And we were really dedicated and still remain dedicated to internal communications. And I think one of the things that I noticed really early on when kind of researching internal comms and kind of the HR and marketing sort of parallels there, and just kind of digging into different articles and things. I mean, the HR articles in particular were just such a bummer to read. I mean, it's only gotten worse, honestly, in the last like several months. I think like the Great Resignation, kind of just navigating the ins and outs of COVID, and just a lot of like unmotivated workers. And our CEO has always started all of our meetings off with just Happy Monday. And it was such like a kind of an easy thing for us to kind of turn that around and want everyone to start their Mondays that way. And it became our mission statement. And so every Monday I just put together 5 articles that have a slightly more optimistic spin on them. Kind of start off your work week a little more inspired and energized, and rather than kind of deflating you from day one, which is what my LinkedIn news feels like it's trying to do. And it's really kind of taken off from there. I mean, the newsletter itself has about 15,000 subscribers now. And so we're excited to kind of turn it into more of a live community event and kind of take it to the next level with ICology.
What that says to me is that people are equally tired of bad news.
Yes.
When on the other day on LinkedIn, when you shared that screenshot of all of the articles that were showing up, and it was like, people are mad about this, we're all upset about this is going down the toilet, this is also bad news. I'm like, what? Yeah. But I think so I've subscribed. So for anyone who is not subscribed to the Happy Monday Club newsletter, please do so. It's such a great way to start your week. I am admittedly not a big fan of newsletter subscriptions because I just don't get a lot out of most of them. And so that was part of my love affair with Workshop and with the Happy Monday Club, was I found this like great way to start it was finally a newsletter that was just quick, snappy, interesting, but also like just positive news. And there's so much, I think, in internal comms where we are the ones who are often the bearers of bad news, and we're trying to share information in a positive way. And that's really hard to do sometimes. So this is just a lovely way for in your inbox to get your week started. And now for us to do this live and have a little community of people who can get together on Mondays and just say hi and share good news and talk about all the wonderful things that we're doing. So as a background on ICology, it's a community that we've founded where internal communicators can have that exclusive community for them solely. And what I mean by that is places like LinkedIn are wonderful places to network and get to know people, but it's a big space. It's very broad. And so ICology being built by internal communicators, myself, and for internal communicators means that the conversation surrounds that topic alone. And we've got things that are exclusively done for people who are in that community. And I love this mashup of let's have a nice community of people who can start their weeks off on an awesome high note. So the I don't want to call it an agenda because that doesn't sound, maybe it's like a movie script or something. I don't know, something like a fun list of things. Normally, we're going to start next week on November 29th, same time. And normally what we're going to have at the beginning of this Happy Monday Club Live is our friend Marie Bodine, who many of you in ICology know. She is an incredible resource for us from a health and wellness and a mental wellness perspective. She is a breathwork facilitator. She does meditation. She's done a couple of really cool workshops for us. One of them was an ice water workshop with our hands, and it was resiliency. It was so powerful. So she is going to join us on Mondays, and she's going to walk us through an intention setting for the week, a meditation, just a way for us to also physically reset for the week and have that intention for that. So I'm super excited for her to be part of it too, because I think she's going to bring just a really interesting element of, I don't know, fun and good things for us and something different. It's a little bit out of people's comfort zone sometimes to do some of that stuff. And I think she's going to do a great job of that. Speaking of timing, so like I said, our first one kicks off next week on November 29th at noon Central, which is 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern. It is a small miracle that I am even here today because time zones are my nemesis. And I've shared this with Jamie for some reason. I live in Eastern time zone. This setup was for Central time zone, and I am now currently in Pacific time zone. It's a miracle I made it here today. So if anyone else is struggling with time zones, I hear you. I feel you. All those things. Okay, so let's start off with something good. Jamie, tell me something good. And I want people to also use the chat function. Tell me something good for today, for our Monday. Tell me something good to kick off this week. Jamie, I'm putting you on the spot. You are going first.
I would say one thing that I'm excited about this week and just happened yesterday is that I went and bought a bunch of new plants. Because I have finally, I think, I don't want to like jinx it, but I've had like 5 plants and they're doing well. I even have a fiddle leaf fig. So I think I've officially cultivated some kind of green thumb. So I have a bunch of like new plants to hang out with me in my office. And
do you name your plants?
I do. I I name them all after the
oh, this is getting good.
The women in the song Mambo Number 5.
No. You have a plant named Monica?
That's the one right here. Honestly.
That is something good.
She's pink. She's doing the most.
That is phenomenal.
So
what is it? Monica, Erica,
Tina, Rita, Sandra is a palm tree because she likes the sun.
That's my mom's name. Oh, that's really funny. Well, that is congratulations on your new plants. Yeah, that's lovely. I love that. I do not have a green thumb either. In fact, I'm moving locations of house plants because we don't get a lot of sun in our house. And so I've moved locations to try and feel like maybe they like this spot better, or maybe they like this spot better, but maybe I need to name them. Maybe that's part of the problem. They're just nameless. Yeah. Oh, that's phenomenal.
I've heard that it's like one of the like natural light and plants are like considered a top office perk. So
I agree. That's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh. I have a plant behind me now that I suspect is fake. You never know. I should check it out. So I will tell you something good. I am on Pacific time. I am in Las Vegas right now. I could show you the strip actually, but it's very sunny out those windows and it's not really doing me much good to try and share that. But my husband and I came out for the weekend to see the Bengals Raiders game. He is a begrudging Bengals fan. He's from Ohio. They won. It was a miraculous situation. The Bengals do not often win. So we are heading back home today. But then we are also flying back out on Saturday next weekend. This is a whole thing. So our wedding anniversary is November 30th. It's the end of November. This will be our second. Our first one, we got married in Las Vegas. Our first one was in 2020. So we all know how that went from a celebration perspective. We were supposed to be in Vegas for it. So now we're making up for it. After we booked our anniversary trip, a month or so later, it was announced that the Bengals were playing in Vegas, which won't happen again for many years. So now we're like, well, I guess we're back-to-back Vegas weekends. My husband wanted us to stay right through, and I said, absolutely not. We will never make it through. That's too long for anybody to be in Vegas. It's not good. It's not healthy. Being in Vegas in general is really not healthy. For a week and a half, no chance. There would be no survivors if that was the situation. So that is my good news for the week. And I understand, so I am Canadian, for anyone who doesn't know me. I understand this is also a short week in America. So I hope everyone has plans for some rest and recharging, because I think that is a needed kind of thing in this. I want to know, do you have, oh, hang on a second here. Oh, Lindsay Williams is chatting with us here. Lindsay is going to be in Vegas next weekend, also unplanned. Her and I were chatting the other day. She's like, guess what? I'm going to be in Vegas that weekend too. Apparently this is a thing now to go to Vegas after Thanksgiving. When you're done with your family, you head to Vegas after Thanksgiving.
I love it. We have like an unhealthy like love for Taco Bell at workshop. And so we literally want to go to that Taco Bell cantina as like,
it's magical
treat.
Did you know you can get married at that Taco Bell?
Yes, I did.
Yes. I know someone who is planning on doing that. It's $600. You get a bouquet of Taco Bell mild sauce with it. It's pretty phenomenal. They do a pretty good job of it. But yes, you should come to Vegas just for the Taco Bell cantina on the Strip. It's worth it.
And
oh, that's awesome. Do you have, Jamie, a tip of the week? I'm gonna think of a good tip too.
Yeah. One of the things we shared in the newsletter this morning, and I had never really thought of it like this, but it was just talking about putting a little bit more thought into your out of office messages, which I know probably everybody is creating for this week and for the holidays.
Yep.
And the idea was to use that as kind of a point of like connecting with others, which I thought was kind of ironic because you're
that is kind of
not available.
Ironic.
But if it's for like a celebratory reason, like a vacation or to get married or to have a baby or anything like that, being able to share that so that they can kind of connect to you and reply with like their, congratulations and celebrations too. I thought that was a neat little idea. Fun. I know like if I do an out of office or if I read, like if I'm emailing someone and I get an out of office reply, I never really know if I'm supposed to say like, enjoy your time off or I'm so sorry.
Right. Yeah. Good point. Good point. Because it could go one of two ways.
Yeah. So I like the idea of if it is a positive reason, sharing that and, coming back to a bunch of congratulatory emails.
That is really cool. The other thing I got in the habit of doing my last corporate job was if I was going to be out of the office at something work related, a conference or workshop or something like that, I would put a little link to, oh, I'm actually going to be at a conference and here's what I'm going to be learning. And it was a really, it was kind of a cool way, even internally then, for people to know like, oh, that Kristen's going to learn about this. And it was just a good way to connect with people and also to have them know that, you're committed to whatever you're doing from a learning perspective or conferences or whatnot. So yeah, I think that's a really cool tip. I learned today on my time zone quest that apparently in your iPhone, you can add key cities in the world clock. So if someone knows the mechanics of that, I'm going to look into this so that you can set like, oh, I have clients in San Francisco and also in New York and whatever. Jamie, did you know this? Does everyone know this? Okay. All right.
No, I like Google, I don't know, time zone meeting schedule or something and use the first thing that comes up. Normally.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be my tip of the week because my brain cannot understand time zones. It's a made up thing and it's not working for me. Again, I'm glad I made it here today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So what is next for the Happy Monday Club Live? That is the question of the week. So I think I mentioned before that Marie is going to be joining us every time we do these sessions. We're going to do them bi-weekly, starting next week on November 29th. And Marie is going to start us off with a lovely meditation, intention setting, breathwork session. The format is going to be very similar to what we've done today. We are also going to do an ICology membership giveaway on every Happy Monday Club session. So you must be here to win said membership. But that's a fun thing that we're going to do that everyone can participate in. I also know, Jamie, that Workshop has, what is the signature on your emails that I love so much? The delight part.
Yeah, just delightful internal communications.
I love it. I love the word delightful. And I know that Workshop has a tendency perhaps to delight and surprise people. And so I will not give anything away, but I suspect and I know that there will be all kinds of other fun little surprises that may come up on these sessions. So it is in your best interest to hang out with us for half an hour on Monday and have a happy Monday with us. We're also going to have like the tip of the week every week. There may also be other surprise guests. Who knows? We'll see. Definitely there will be a glitter microphone. We know that for sure. Maybe there'll be a crown because I also have a crown, but it's at home. I didn't travel with it. You know, I don't want to break it or anything like that, but so you never know. So Jamie, any last thoughts that you want to share before we sign off? This is my last little 11:29. Let's not forget this. Next Monday, we're starting off. Any last parting words for a wonderful week and a lovely happy Monday?
My gosh, not really. I'm excited to have our kind of extra special kickoff next week. I will probably like sneak peek. It'll be,
Yeah, love it.
These t-shirts next week.
Love it. Yeah.
So be sure to join us for that. And I think, you know, regardless of how you choose to spend the holidays, it can be a lot.
Yep, it can be.
Even like on both sides of the coin, it can be great and it can be really stressful and exhausting.
Yes.
I'm making my first turkey this year. So
that's huge.
woo, yes. So I will need some breath work exercises on Monday. I'm looking forward to it.
And you know what? And then if everything either goes really well or goes horribly wrong, you could just fly to Vegas like the rest of us are apparently doing on the Saturday. So just come to Vegas after Thanksgiving. So if anyone has any turkey tips, send them Jamie's way. I'm looking forward to hearing about that on Monday. This is awesome, Jamie. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to everyone else who is here. We will see you all next Monday, same time, same place for the very first Happy Monday Club Live. Bye, everyone.
Bye.